Oh, hey, didn't see you there. So, today's video, we got a good one. We are going to reverse sear a New York strip we got from Westmore Pastoral Farms from Crowd Cow. We're using air fryer for everything. Check it out. Okay everyone, today we are reverse searing a New York strip we got from Crowd Cow. I want to remind you, Crowd Cow and I are hosting a $400 giveaway. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure you go check it out. Hopefully I'll be able to put it in the little card above. Essentially all you have to do, click the link below, put in your email, and if you want an extra $25 coupon gift card, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, send me some proof that you did it, and I will give you a special link for you to get $25 off your first order. So what I'm going to do today, as I said, is I'm going to reverse sear a New York strip, and obviously doing a couple different ways is I'm going to be using the air fryer as usual. I'm going to put it on 220 and I'm going to throw this in there frozen, which I don't think most people do. Now this New York strip that I got from there looks absolutely awesome. Got some nice fat on there. Probably about 1.5 inches thickness, which is perfect for reverse sear. If you don't know what reverse sear is, it's a very, very popular way to get a very good piece of meat to eat, you know? So most people who use it, they'll cook it in the oven, in a smoker, in a grill, wherever. They'll cook it until the steak or whatever you're cooking reaches an internal temperature of 115, 120 or so. Then you take that off and then you sear it, whether you use a cast iron skillet or you use the grill again or bump up the temperature or whatever. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna play it by ear. As I said, usually people do it from a thawed out steak. Today we're gonna do it with a frozen steak, so let's get to it. Okay, time to open up our steak. So once again, as you see, it is from the Westmore Pastoral Farms New York steak. So that's the great thing about Crowd Cow, is that they vet essentially every single steak or every single farm that they get their steaks from to make sure it's a good quality farm. They're treating the animals correctly, and you're getting good quality beef. They also have pork and chicken, and I believe they now have some salmon on there too every once in a while. So let's take a look at this guy. We'll see how this looks. Okay, so there you go. So very nice marbling, decent amount of marbling inside, a good amount of fat, typical New York strip. As I said, looks about 1.5 inches, maybe closer to 2 inches in thickness. Totally frozen. I've never done this before, so as always, it's going to be a good experiment. If you could hear, the air fryer is already preheating. So, and I think I'm not going to season this before. Maybe I'll, you know what? Yes, I will. I'm a liar. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna season the top of this, make sure this is the top. This is gonna help melt it a little bit. But how I'm gonna cook it is I'm gonna put it at 220 degrees. Now it's preheating at 400 degrees right now. I'm gonna do 220 degrees. I'm gonna cook it for hopefully 20 minutes total, 10 minutes on each side. And I'll probably check it at the 15-minute mark, see where we're at internally, and go up in time from there. And once we're done with that, I will I'll take it out, turn on the oven. So we got these we got the cast iron going, get some butter, and start searing it up. So let's throw it in. Okay, preheating is done. The only difference, what I decided to do, let's see if I could do this. I decided to season both sides rather than just the one. All right, so we're in there. Time to get started. So now, since there's no real setting for this, some people do up to 265, I've seen. I'm going to do 220. I'm going to, since I'm going to flip it, I'm going to do 10 minutes first. Once it's done, I'll check it out, bring you back to it, flip it over, and go from there. Okay, first 10 minutes are done, and it looks like nothing has happened. Oh, I mean the center in there is very, very solid still. I don't think I'm even gonna flip it. So this is gonna go right back in for another 10 minutes. We'll check it out then. Gotta redo all that. Okay, 20 minutes. Now, looks exactly the same still. Let's see, field test. Oh, it's getting there. I mean, it's gonna be super, super cold on the inside still. Let's see what we're at. It says, let's see, 77, 85, so, all right, it's almost getting there. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna flip up, there we go, there's some, looks like it's cooking. So now I'm not gonna show you the rest of these, me open it up every time, but I'm gonna continue to check it about every 10 minutes or so, going back to 220 for the 10 minutes and going until we reach about 115 to 120 in our internal temperature. Okay, we got some smoke coming off. It's as high as it can go, so I'm not gonna do anything fancy. We got our steak there, a pat of butter. Some people make a compound butter, use garlic, thyme, whatever it is. We don't have any of that, so we're just gonna use our butter and steak. And as I said, because I might have overdid the oven part just a little bit, I'm only gonna do, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute on each side. So we're gonna get it nice and covered there, nice and hot. All right, and there we go. Cook, cook, cook. You know, what you could also do, a lot of times people will, put even more butter on. They'll put it on the side and then cover it, or use a spoon, and just be essentially, doing one of those and spooning butter on top of the steak. I'm not gonna do that. Just too lazy at the moment. So there we go. Let it sit there. Let it soak up all that. I just want it crispy. That's the whole reason. And there you go. That's definitely got a good crisp on there. So I'm only gonna do like another 15 seconds, 20 seconds on this side. And then we'll be good. Let's take a look. Another cut. I'm gonna call it a day there because, as I said, I cooked it a little too much. Let's turn that off. Okay, we got our steaks here. Now, it was the first time I've ever done it. This was an experiment, especially cooking it frozen, which makes it a little bit tougher. So if I had to do it, actually, before I go on, I changed it up a little bit. I was getting a little impatient. I'm hungry, my wife's hungry. So instead of staying at 220, I actually bumped it up to 250. So I did 220 for 30 minutes in total. And then the last 10 minutes, I did 250. And then that's kind of what did it. So if I were you, I would keep it at 220, be patient, or you could start maybe a little higher, maybe at that 250 and go from there. So anyway, without further ado, I'm sure it's gonna taste delicious regardless. So just a little, the texture will be a little bit different, but it still works. Let's see, let's get some of the fat there. And it's still, it's still a damn good steak. There's a big debate on if you have to bring your food to room, or your steak to room temperature first. Can you cook it from frozen? I'll have a couple of experiments a little bit later. But this worked perfectly. I don't always do a reverse sear. Actually, I rarely do it because I don't know if you can tell, but the house is a little smoky now from the cast iron. I prefer to just throw it in the air fryer, but this is still very tasty still. Amanda, you want to try? All right, it's delicious. Now, it's my wife's turn. All right, she's a little busy, so she's not making it in this video. Anyway, this was delicious. It came out very well. You can see this decent amount of pinkness. Definitely the medium rare to maybe a little bit more medium. That's okay. It came out great. The steak is delicious. Thank you to Crowd Cow for sending me this New York strip. Once again, if you want to win $400 worth of meat from Crowd Cow, make sure you click the link below, sign up with your email, and then if you want an extra $25 off your first purchase from them, subscribe to the channel, send me a little button there, and then we'll be good. Just kidding, we have one. All right, try the real taste test. Good? Mm-hmm. Good. There you go. There you have it. It has the wife's seal of approval. But with that being said, I wouldn't go through all this just to make the steak. I would just throw it in the air fryer and just cook it at whatever temperature. I don't think it's that much better. But once again, I mean, I kind of did a little bit off. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Sign up for that Crowd Cow giveaway if you want some free meat. That's always good. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.
He wants to do it. Thumbs up.